Speaker.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
I ask for a recorded vote.
Recorded vote is requested. Those favoring a recorded vote will rise. A sufficient number having risen, a recorded vote is ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This will be a 5-minute vote. On this vote, the yeas are 221 and the nays are 212. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Mr. Speaker, impeachment, especially impeachment of a president, is a starkly serious matter. It is something that no member of the House should want to do. But the House has rights and obligations under the Constitution. We are charged with providing the oversight of the executive branch, and we are the sole institution in the country granted the awesome power of impeachment. It is a power that must be used selectively and wisely, and only after full deliberations. With today's resolution, we're ensuring that the House will be able to complete its inquiry. We will secure the evidence we need and uncover the facts we need to make the full and fair determination. And only at the end of the road can we make a decision on how to proceed. I take no joy in today's resolution, but I know the House will do its duty.
From Oklahoma Reserves, the gentleman from Massachusetts is recognized.
These guys, these Republicans, they don't work for you, the American people. They work for Donald Trump. He says jump, they respond how high. This whole thing is an extreme political stunt. It has no credibility, no legitimacy, and no integrity. It is a sideshow, a distraction from the fact that Republicans have done nothing. They have the wrong priorities. The American people think they are failing miserably, and Republicans need a diversion. So they are weaponizing and abusing impeachment, one of the most somber and serious things that Congress can do to attack President Joe Biden.
All right, well, I think we've made our point very clear today. Evidence uncovered has shown a very disturbing trend by the Biden family. We've spent months in this investigation accumulating evidence. We have a simple question that I think an overwhelming majority of Americans have. What did the Bidens do to receive the tens of millions of dollars from our enemies around the world? Today's unanimous vote by our conference showed that we are united as a conference. We expect to have people honor our subpoenas. We want to wrap this investigation up, but obviously you get to the deposition phase before you wrap up an investigation. So that's where we are. We're very pleased with the vote today. I think that sent a message loud and clear to the White House. We expect you to comply with our information requests and our subpoenas.
On this vote, the yeas are 221 and the nays are 212. The resolution is adopted.
The Republican-controlled House of Representatives voted Wednesday to authorize an impeachment inquiry into Democratic President Joe Biden after months of investigation that has so far failed to uncover evidence of wrongdoing by the president. Republicans have said without proof that Biden improperly traded access while he served as vice president in President Barack Obama's administration. The White House says they have no basis for an impeachment inquiry. Among the accusations from Republicans is that the president profited from his son Hunter Biden's business dealings while serving as vice president. Reuters correspondent Andy Sullivan is covering the story.
The Republicans have dug up some evidence that Hunter did trade on this perception that he could provide a pipeline to his powerful father. But they have not provided any evidence so far that Biden himself profited. They've hinted that they think he might have profited from his son's business dealings, but they haven't turned up any evidence.
Republicans have pointed to an FBI document from 2020 in which an informant claims the head of Burisma, a Ukrainian energy firm that included Hunter Biden on its board of directors, said, quote, it cost $5 million to pay one Biden and $5 million to another Biden. According to Representative Jamie Raskin, the top Democrat on the Oversight Committee, the FBI dropped the matter after determining there was no evidence to back it up. Burisma is at the center of another allegation from Republicans who have said Biden pressured Ukraine to remove its top prosecutor to protect Burisma and Hunter Biden from a possible corruption investigation.
The defense is that Biden was calling for this guy's removal as the official policy of the United States government. He was acting on behalf of the Obama administration. The Obama administration had determined this guy's bad news. We want him out of there. Biden was the messenger that delivered that. Now, certainly, you could see there might be potential for a conflict of interest here. Here's Biden pressuring a country to remove its top investigator while his son is involved with a very prominent company there. But again, they haven't turned up any evidence of a real quid pro quo.
Also, Republicans have raised questions about the prosecution of Hunter Biden, who has pleaded not guilty to federal charges that he lied about his drug use while buying a handgun, and has been charged separately with tax evasion.
Now, Republicans are saying, have they soft-pedaled this investigation? Did the Justice Department try to block this prosecutor? They've turned up a few internal government whistleblowers who said that, they didn't go as hard on this as they could. Now, the prosecutor, who again was appointed by President Trump, has said he hasn't encountered any interference. He's been able to do his work, and he's clearly brought these charges.
Hunter Biden's lawyer said Hunter has repaid his taxes in full and would not be facing charges if he was not the president's son.
The MAGA cultists are cowards for going along with him. So with that, I want to turn this over to a hero of ours.
After 11 months, nobody can tell you what Joe Biden's alleged crime is, where it happened, when it happened, what the motive was, or who the victims are. Thank you very much. So, they've got a mountain of evidence, but all the evidence shows that Joe Biden is not guilty of any presidential offense. In fact, their own witnesses came to their only public hearing on impeachment, and to a witness said that they did not see sufficient evidence to justify impeachment.
Ranking Member Raskin, for 12 months, the problem with this investigation is not that they don't have documents and materials. The problem they have with this investigation is that all of those documents, materials, and transcripts of testimony show no evidence of any wrongdoing by President Joe Biden.
In just a few minutes, some of us are going to be back in the House floor, including myself. We're doing and going through this process because Donald Trump wants to get reelected to President of the United States. And this Congress, the majority, will do everything in their power to ensure that Donald Trump gets reelected, and we all know that he is driving all of this process.
Well, thank you, everybody, for coming out today, and thanks. We haven't secured aid for our allies, most urgently in Ukraine and in Israel. We haven't passed additional funding for humanitarian relief for innocent people in Gaza. We haven't even finished the annual defense authorization budget, harming our nation's armed forces and service members. In just 6 weeks, the government will shut down if Republicans don't start working across the aisle to fund it.